So this one is for all those people out there who are busy at the moment, but your bank account isn't reflecting it. I've been there and it's really difficult, isn't it? Because you look at it, you've got clients coming in and they're spending money, but just not enough. The average sale's really low and you are killing yourself. So if that sounds familiar, then this video is directed directly to you. First of all, there'll be a few different issues that are going on. You're probably thinking your clients that are coming through are not the right type of clients. You're probably looking at your pricing thinking, is it too expensive? Am I too cheap? You know, I've tried to go in the middle. You've got all these sorts of different kind of theories going through your head, trying to think what you should do. You're offering discounts to try and get a sale because you've got a bill coming in. Is this kind of sounding familiar to you? The next thing is then, if you can just get a few more bookings in, then that would help you take you into that profit bit. Because one of the things to keep in mind as well is that revenue, money actual coming in, is not your profit. That's very different. So I was stuck in this rut for absolute years, scratching my head, figuring out what do I do next? How do I do this? Do I even carry on with it? And the answer is yes, you do. You just got to fix a few things and make sure you've got your pricing structure set up so that it's like a ladder for your clients. So let's break this down. First of all, it's going to be a very short video, this. So first of all, your clients that are coming through on the phone. Now, there's no such thing as a perfect client out there. So you're not going to create an advert that's going to bring in that perfect client to you. You've got to create the perfect client. So what you need is, when you're doing your advertising, you need to make sure that it connects to your client. Make sure that it opens up with something that makes your client, when they see the advert or see your social media post, they can connect with it and go, that's me. So Cake Smash is my example that I always use. Is your baby turning 1 in this month? Is your baby turning 1 in March? That's something that somebody on Facebook, Instagram, wherever advertising, can see it and go, that's me. And you then grab their attention. Then I'm gonna have the offer and they're gonna go, I want that. And then we'll have the pictures and they love that. And then they'll then become a lead for us. So that doesn't create your perfect client, but it's the start of the journey. When the client's then on the phone, we need to then educate them. We need to get them thinking about wall art and where it's gonna go. Now I do separate videos on that because there's a little bit of a skill to it, but it's something that you can learn, and once it clicks, it makes a big difference. And the idea is that when they're on the phone, you're starting to mold this client into the perfect client. Then when your client comes in through the door, again, you're open for your shoot, needs to be structured to get the client thinking about family pictures and stuff like that. Then you're gonna do your shoot. And even though we're photographers, we are salespeople, and you've got to sell your pictures, and your clients need help deciding what they're going to do with these pictures. They know they want them. They've got a rough idea of where they're going to go, but they're not professionals in this industry. They're not interior designers. This is part of our job to mold this client into the perfect client. So again, I've got videos if you want to go watch them, but you can do this yourself. You just start dropping in small little things. So have you thought about where you guys are going to put this? On the phone, you mentioned about this going in the living room. You're thinking like something like this. So hopefully you've got something on display in your studio where you can go, you think of a sofa, so they can connect with that. So it's all little things like that. And we're going to create this perfect client. Then we do our close. Now, I'd advise in your close, you're going through pricing, you're giving them product guides, and you're making them aware they need to make the decision on the day when they come back to see the pictures and into the design consultation. We're using little words as well, like design consultation rather than viewing session. And again, just this sort of language just helps let your client know, when I come back, I'm not coming back to view pictures. I'm coming back to design wall art in a design consultation with a design consultant. Now that could be, you don't have to have a team or anything like that, but it's just this little bit of language that does make a big difference. So that's the first thing with your clients. And if you've gone through waves, so my clients used to spend a fortune, now they're not, we're just bringing in the wrong people. You're not, they're the same type of people. What's changing is what you're doing and what you're saying. So keep a diary, keep a journal, so that you can go back to the good times and go, what was I saying? What was my mindset? What was going on? I've had times where I've been in a rut and then I've come in that day going, that's it, no more bad sales. And I remember this particular one day, we'd had 2 weeks of poor sales, and every single design that I did, I was like, please let them buy. That desperation consciously comes across. Sales is a negotiation. So whoever wants something more in a negotiation is the person who loses. And if I want the sale more than they want the pictures, I'm gonna lose. So I went in with that attitude of, nope, today's the day. And we had 4 clients in that day. First one, they were a poor sale. My mindset wasn't right. The next 3 all went for my top package. That's no lie. That's something we refer back to with our team whenever we're having a bit of a low run and just get us back into that mental state. It does work having these little callbacks. The next thing is your pricing structure. Don't price it at what you think people are willing to pay for it, because everybody wants to pay less. Absolutely everybody. Once they experience you and your photography and your sessions, and if you get this experience right, the value of your pictures goes right through the roof. So make sure your experience is right. But in a real world situation, you can't charge what you think your clients are going to pay. You've got to charge what you need to charge to make sure you put profit in the bank. Now, you don't have to rip people off, you don't have to be extortionate or anything like that, but you can't service 10 clients in the month and your top package be say £500, but actually you need £10,000 to survive, to pay the bills and to pay your tax, VAT, or whatever else it might be. Okay, you need to work out what's your monthly running costs, how many clients can you service a month, what does the average spend need to be. Now, my general rule of thumb is when it comes to what my average needs to be, I need to have a package that is at least twice that price. We've done this for absolute years. And what we found is whatever our top package is, our average seems to roughly be around half of that. So currently my top package is about £1,500. My average is £770. So it's kind of a tiniest little bit over halfway. And we're going to do a price increase. We've not had one for a while, but we've got to, because running costs are going up and the way things are. Now, there's also the argument of the cost of living and people can't afford stuff and things like that. That is true. They're not your clients. People who can't afford to put food on the table, people who don't have disposable income, they're not coming for photo shoots. They've got bigger issues. People who they will have something put aside. So you need to take that out of the equation. Whenever there are hard times and things like that, money is still there. It's just shifted around. And your goal is to shift your marketing to make sure that you find that. And just make sure that when the clients are coming through, you're maximizing absolutely everything. Now, once you've figured out what you need to be selling, your pricing structure needs to be set up to make your packages look tasty. So for us, we have all of our pricing structure. So any of our prints, any size up to 10 by 8 are £79. All digitals are £100 each, minimum purchase of 5. Wall art starts at 600, then goes to 800, then goes to 1,000. So that's it, that's my full price product guide. You now know that. And the idea is to keep it as simple as possible. My last video goes on about how to set up your pricing like that and why it works. So if you're umming and ahhing about your pricing, if you're going to try and figure out what your product guide should be for the first time, go watch that video. It's a very short video. So I've got my product guide all set out, and I call it a product guide, not a price list. And again, this is just part of the language that we use. Now, once you've got your product guide set up, you're then going to have your packages, and these are what you're pushing for. This is what you want to try and sell. And the idea, so for my packages, they start at 1,000, 1,350, and then 1,470. So for me, my goal is that when they hear what these packages are, if that was the only thing I offered and nothing else on the product guide, I don't think I'd ever sell them. If I just had my product guide, I would probably struggle to have anything else to try and sell. But the idea is that the product guide complements my packages. People will see, they'll go through, and if your client ever gets back to you or messages you saying, wow, this is way more expensive than I thought, do not be scared of that. I used to be scared of that, thinking, oh no, pricing's an issue. I've now got a complete reverse on that. Somebody who's messaging me or bringing up price has got the intention to buy from you. Now, the clients are always going to want all of the digitals. So they're going to see £100 each. They're going to see you going bam. Now, I don't know what your shot count is, but we try and show our clients about 32 pictures. That's our golden number. But we'll take anywhere from say 80 to 150 pictures in a shoot, depending on how many family members there are, depending on what the child's like, depending on how hectic the session can go, and whether it's a newborn, cake smash family, something like that. So the client won't know that we're only going to show them 32, but they're going to go, oh my God, it's £100 per image. They took about 100 pictures. That's 10 grand. We can't afford this. So when they then come into the session, the design consultation, and they see that it's only 32, I think it's about £3,200. But then I'm going to have my packages, which I then deliver, and they can then find out for the price of 10, they get all of them. So all of a sudden, I've now got sales things that help me get that average sale to go right the way up. Yes, they can still go for stuff off the product guide, but for us, one of our big turning points was our product guide is set up so that once they start to buy something off the product guide, that's it. The upsell is very easy for us to be able to climb that ladder. So if they're going for 2 or 3 pictures, I know that it's not that much a big of a jump to go from a few prints to maybe a CD of 5. Now, once they're at a CD of 5, my ladder will allow me to explain that, look, once you've got this CD, you've then got to go off and get them printed. You've got to find your framers, you've got to then buy your frame, and you've got to get that on the wall. However, for an extra £100 more, you can get the wall art from us up to 24 inch, and that's a nice big piece, and you'll not find that for £100. So there's my little step up. Now I'm talking about the upsell, which is just £100, and that helps gets them to that. Now, once I've gone from that, it's only a £200 jump to get them to the next size piece of wall art, which is a really nice big 30-inch square piece. Once I'm at that, it's only another 200 to either get the largest piece of wall art or all the digitals, and now we're onto the packages, and I can start using my little sales lines for the package. So the idea is this is like a ladder, and I know my little sales lines that I use all the way up. And all of this sort of stuff just helps us be able to get upsells with our client. And once they hit that top package, we offer them 50% off anything else. So that 5-frame collection gets them 5 of their images, but guys, you've still got 27 other pictures. You know, what are you thinking of doing with those? You can get one of our albums. Now, because you've gone for a package, you can save £500 on that. I won't say for £500 more, I will say you can save £500, because my albums are normally 1,000. So if I bring that, if I halve that, I will say what they're saving. Now, if you want to save a ton of money, you could go for another collection. The collection's 1,500, so you would save £750 on that. So because you've gone for that, you can keep saving. So I've got this ladder that helps me go all the way up, but none of it works unless I do everything else first. I've got to go through with them and create this perfect client and get them thinking about where it's going to go. If I just try to sell pretty pictures in pretty frames and pretty albums, it's very difficult to put a value that you want on it. If I can get them to visualize that collection of frames above the sofa in the living room or in the dining room or wherever it was that they wanted to put it, then it goes up in value, because now they're not just looking at frames on the wall going, that's nice, and looking at my pictures going, yeah, they would look nice in a frame. They're looking at it going, above the sofa in my living room, and that's what's missing. My room's a little bit empty at the moment, or we're just decorating, and that is where the value comes from. So with all of this, the main thing to take from it is make sure you look at your pricing structure. Is it set up so you've got little sales ladders to go up one rung at a time and climb that ladder and get towards your packages? Have you got it set up so that your packages are an unbelievable offer and it'd kind of be a bit silly to not go for it? Now, we also have another offer that we throw on top. If they go for one of our top 2 packages, they also get 2 extra frames worth £600 each. Now, these are 24-inch frames. You can have your own thing for this. But this is something that we call our, well, we will give it a name depending on what time of year it is. So let's say we are at Christmas. I would say this is my grandparent offer. So you get 2 grandparent frames, and that's the Christmas presents taken care of completely for free, worth £600. Or we've got Mother's Day coming up. So this is my grandparent Mother's Day offer. You get 2 frames, 1 for each grandparent, so that they've got something for Mother's Day, and so as you know, Your partner's parents got something for Mother's Day as well. Father's Day, you can keep going through all of this. Let's say we're in August and there's not much coming up. So this would be our nursery room offer, and you get 2 £600 frames, which is fantastic because then you can get these in the nursery of baby. There's always a reason. You've got to call it something that the client knows what they're going to do with that offer. So have a good look at it, and the key thing is, don't charge what you think your clients are willing to pay, because you will be surprised. I used to do a CD at £420 for all the digitals. I had one person go for it. Everybody was like, wow, I'm not paying that, that's ridiculous. My CD now for all the digitals is £1,000. We sell it every single week, multiple times. And we get the exact same reaction. But we've got to this place now where we don't offer discounts for people if they do this or if they do that, because that will just generate bad reviews for you. For those that say, no, I'm still not doing it, and they go, oh my God, I said no, and then they offered a discount. So you don't want that whatsoever. What you want to do is sell it. If you can't sell it to the client, when you come out, don't waste that opportunity. Write down what went well, what went wrong, and get better at selling in your next one. Try one little thing differently. Then for your next one, try something else differently, and keep doing that. And the idea is that you just get better at selling your packages. Eventually, you're going to hear every objection, and you're going to be able to handle those objections or bring them up before the client does, so they don't stop your sale. That's the goal. I hope that's been useful, guys. Please leave me a comment. Let me know if you've got this far and stuff. A few haters and trolls and stuff out there, so it'd be nice to just get maybe a subscribe or just let me know that I'm going in the right direction. But I hope everybody's enjoyed this, and good luck with your studios. Take care, guys. Bye.